watching yet. Why no one watching?
Right.
It's weird. Got no one on here. What's going on? What's going on? Right, well, seems like there ain't no one here watching at the moment, so I'll give it a few minutes. And if no one comes on, I'll shut it down. All right, Ian? At least Ian's here. The only person watching. Maybe people's a bit fed up with me talking about the lockdown and the government and all that crap. But it's something to do, you know, something to talk about. And not only that, you know, it gives you people out there a chance to come and chat to all, you know, take part in the conversation or just chat amongst yourselves, you know. So I'll give it a few minutes, and if people start coming in, I'll continue. If not, I won't bother, and I'll just delete the video. So tomorrow, I am actually going to go out tomorrow anyway, so I do need a little bit of an early night. Going to go to my bushcraft and do some more building, more mud packing, hopefully, on the third wall, and sort out all the firewood and put it into the new firewood storage little thing I'm building. Is my audio working? Let's see my audio working. I've had a little problem with my audio lately. Is my audio working? Yeah, it's working. Is the video being share that on my Facebook? Yeah, that's on my Facebook. So I see, I'll just carry on there. So yes, it is, you know, people want to watch it, they watch the video. If they don't, they don't. People come in, they come in. If they don't, they don't. So I've noticed that the government is ballsing everything up as usual. Even that guy Pierce from, was it Good Morning Britain, or one of the TV shows that's always having a go at the Parliament, you know, the MPs and stuff. Sometimes he's a bit of an idiot, actually, Pierce, but sometimes I kind of like the way he actually talks to some of the MPs. He had a go at one of them today, actually. I can't remember the MP's name, but he was having a bit of a barney with them on the old news show. But yeah, what I don't understand, right, yeah, is that the government has turned around and said we can go out, right, and spend as much time as we want, unlimited, right? So we can actually now go out, picnic, sunbathe. I believe fishing is allowed to be done. Outdoor sports, you know, gym classes can be done, but you can't do it inside, which I don't really understand why it can't be done inside if it's doing outside. You know, if anyone's got the fucking virus, they're going to pass it to the next person next to them on the outside gym. You know, all right, a building with a gym, more confined spacing, I suppose. Makes sense that, yeah, they should keep them shut down for a little while longer, I suppose. But what makes me laugh, right, is this. The government has turned around and said, oh, you can go in like, go to the parks, sunbathe, have picnics and stuff like that, but only with the members of your family. But now they're actually saying that if you want to go and visit one of your family members, you can only visit one person at any one time, which I think is a diabolical disgrace, disgusting. They can't really go and visit. Now they say that, oh yeah, you can go and speak to like 10 people across the road as long as you're like kind of like social distancing from each other. But for your family, you can only go and visit one family member. And to be on the safe side, yeah, don't go in your house because there's a possibility that you may have the disease which you may not know about, and then you can pass on to your family member. But if they've got a garden, then hey, you can go and sit in their garden and kind of like chill out and talk to each other. But it's still only one person per person, So Pierce on the TV show today was saying, well, hang on a minute. If I want to go and see like my parents, are you saying that I can only see one parent at any one time? And the government official who is actually, yeah. But you can talk to 10 people outside your house as long as you're like 2 meters distance. You're keeping social distancing. Does that not make fucking sense to you? Like, and if you have your mother and father, right, standing outside your house. No, as long as they're keeping the social distancing, what is the difference having 2 people than having one person there? And that's what Pierce was actually saying, like, what can I have 2 people there? Oh, well, because there's a greater risk that, you might pass it on to one of your family members. Well, isn't there going to be a fucking greater risk if you're standing outside and talking to a group of 10 people who are standing like 2 meters at distance from each other? What about, when you go to work? How about when you go out shopping? Oh, you've got fucking hundreds of people standing around here. You're passing through people, walking by hundreds of people each day. There's a bigger risk doing that than actually passing on to your family, isn't there? Oh, for fuck's sake, the government. Oh. And like even Pierce said, I bet you go and see your family, don't you? Do you go and see your family? Do you keep 2 meters away from your family? Do you only see one person? And the MP wouldn't fucking answer that question. And I bet that, I bet that a lot of these MPs do go and visit families and they ignore their own fucking social distancing rules and regulations. Because as it is, there's been like 3 people, right, in the government who's been on TV warning us to keep away from people and abide by the rules and social distancing. And they didn't do it themselves and got caught out and they had to resign because they broke their own fucking terms and conditions and their own rules and regulations. The fucking government's worse than anyone else, to be honest with you. I'm pretty sure they fucking break the rules quite a lot, I bet they kind of like keep an eye around making sure there's no paparazzi or news media or newspaper groups around there. And, I bet you they're fucking breaking their rules and regulations like crazy, man. But when we do it, it's a different matter. Even the police, they got to be, I can't see the authorities, like, and I ain't got nothing, against the authorities because they've been pretty good for me. But, how about the social distancing between the police, the paramedics, the ambulance crews, fire crews? They can't keep a 2 meter distance away from each other, can they? If they're on patrol, and like handling fires and like going around saving people's lives. So, they're the people, right, who needs to be more secure, I suppose, from social distancing, but they can't because it's their job. But with the authorities, they've got more powers now to arrest anyone who they think is breaking the social distancing rules. So I reckon that, they're breaking their own rules, aren't they, really? Think about it. Think about it. So, because the government said, well, yeah, we're going to give you a bit of a like leeway now. You can go out and party. Well, you can't party, but you can go out and have a picnic. You can sunbathe. What was wrong with that a couple of weeks ago when people were going out and just chilling out, keeping their social distance away, and just sitting in the sunshine? Having a little bit of suntan on the beach or something. Yeah. 2 weeks ago you couldn't do that, but now you can. It just don't fucking make sense. Why didn't they just leave people the fuck alone and just say, look, be aware, of the social distancing. If you get asked to move on, please move on. Don't make a big deal out of it. But how many people have been in newspapers or even on news, right? Well, they've broken the social distance rules and regulations, been fined. They don't bring that up on any kind of like news media, do they? The only time they bring it up is if the government's breaking their own rules and regulations sometimes. And that, as I say, that's a fucking joke with the government, breaking their own fucking rules and regulations when they've been on TV warning and, telling everyone they can't fucking do it themselves, but they do it themselves. Nah. Well, I'm glad that they've actually kind of started giving us a bit of a leeway now. Certain shops are now being able to be open. Cafeterias can do takeaways, but you can't go in there and have a meal or breakfast or anything at this moment. Pubs, well, even Pierce on the news, I think it was, said that, over the last few weeks, he's seen pubs, open, and doing takeaways. And pubs were supposed to be closed, but there is a lot of companies out there who have actually ignored the government and just done what they wanted to do. What are you doing, Tammy? Your food's out there. Well, that's what she's gone for, food. So, where was I? Oh, yeah, pubs. Every pub I've gone past, I believe have been closed. Cafeterias, they open, but they're not actually doing public sit down. They can order a meal, and they have to wait outside until their meal or breakfast or sandwich is made. Then they go in and collect it and take it away, or it can be delivered to them through some kind of delivery company. What else is open? All the supermarkets are reopening. I went to Lidl's today and Poundland today, actually, and they still haven't sorted out their social distancing really properly, the supermarkets, because Poundland, they haven't had a queue out of their doorway for ages. Last week when I was there, he did ask me to wait a few minutes until the shop did empty a little bit, and I was a bit kind of like annoyed about it because it's getting a bit chilly, but I thought, well, social distancing, kind of thing. So last week I was able to get in there within 5 minutes. Today, I just walked straight in, and the shop was practically half filled with people in there. Even the queue to the what's the name was actually lower than it was supposedly. As well, like last time when I was asked to wait, the queue for the tills and the checkout points was bloody long. Today, there's a lot of people in there shopping, but the checkout queue was kind of like low at the time, which was good. Because once I got all my stuff, I only had to wait back 2 minutes, not even that, before I went to the till and paid for my items. And they're all getting, all the products, everything in there, what used to be in there before, the actual panic buying used to happen. Same with Lidl's. I went to Lidl's on my way back home to get some shopping, like meat, cheese, ham. No, not cheese, ham, like potato chips, crisps, as we call them. You call them potato chips in America, or chips. Like some chocolate sweets, you know, like biscuits and stuff like that. Some pork, you know, just mainly stuff I normally buy each week anyway. Yeah, and you know, Lidl has actually said that they are actually doing like the social distancing. You know, you can't be more than 2 meters away from, you know, near each other. But my Lidl's, you know, people was passing me, you know, and standing right next to me and like, you know, just doing what they want you to do, just like it used to be before the fucking, you know, COVID-19 hit this country. So really, you know, that, you know, you got like the little 2 meter gaps, and like when people actually are queuing up to the checkouts, you know, some people have been sensible in actually giving you that 2 meters, but some people, you know, ain't giving you that courtesy to, you know, like, give you that distance, and are practically like right behind your back. All right, stop it. So, you know, the shopping centres ain't doing what they said they're doing, to be honest with you. You know, if people are going to go in there, and, you know, because like some people ain't even wearing masks here, right? And some people are. Let's say someone has got the virus and they're not wearing a mask and they like breathing over everyone, you know, especially someone who's in front of them. Whose fault is that really? Is it the shopping centre by not actually keeping people, you know, in that 2 meter distance? Or is it the person who's actually got the virus who's standing right next to you, who's breathing all over you and, like, you know, not doing what he's supposed to be doing, or she not doing what she's supposed to be doing? I don't know, but, you know, I think shopping centres should be a bit more safety secure. And even with Lidl's, yeah, right? As soon as you walk in your door, they got this like little tub thing, yeah, with what's it called? Antiseptic kind of like liquid, and then you got like your paper towel. I thought, you know what, I'm gonna, you know, just give my hands a quick clean. Damn thing didn't even work. I was pressing, trying to get some antiseptic, you know, kind of like fluids onto my hand. Didn't work. I was going to report it, but I thought, nah, fuck it. What's the point? They won't go. You know, they won't do nothing. You know, they're just more concerned getting, you know, the public in and spending their money, because they've already lost a lot of money, haven't they? Because they got closed down. Everyone got closed down, so they're more interested in getting some of that profit back now, aren't they? Really? But no, all in all, today wasn't a bad day for being out. You know, it was a bit cold. I didn't have a coat on today, and it did get a bit cold out today. But you know, from Lidl's, I was going to go and buy some chicken and chips for my dinner, but I didn't, because, like, you know, I didn't want to wait 15 minutes for the next bus, because I could have walked in 15 minutes. So I thought, no, I'll just come home. You know, I've just bought some bread and ham. You know, I might as well just have a sandwich tonight, which I did do, and a couple of bags of chips and 3 ice cream cones and you know, half a packet of licorice all sorts I've had. I've picked myself out today, man, I'll tell you. You know, I am going to go out tomorrow, but I'm not actually going to take any food up to my shelter, because I want to go and get some chicken and chips on the way home, and have the pork shoulder strips that I bought from Lidl's later in the week, probably. But you know what pisses me off with this, you know, supposed to help people, you know, helping each other out, and supposed to, like, you know, covering yourself, yeah. I've seen a lot of people, right, walking around with their own children, yeah, right. And I say at least 90% of the people I've seen walking around with children have been wearing face masks. The adults have been wearing face masks, but left the kids uncovered. Now, you know, don't they think kids are vulnerable at catching the virus? Now, there's a news clipping that came on my phone earlier today. A 3-day-old baby just died from the coronavirus, right? Because the parent had, you know, the coronavirus, I suppose, when she was like giving birth, and the baby just sadly didn't live long enough. Poor little sod. But I just don't understand why adults are going out and wearing masks, thinking that they're vulnerable and they could catch the actual virus, but they don't concentrate on their own kids. They must think if they read the papers and watch the news, kids are vulnerable of catching the virus as well, but they're not giving their own kids, protection. Now, who? Let's say I had a young child, right? The one I saw today was an Asian woman. I think she was Pakistani. And they're not being racist, yeah. It doesn't matter what fucking race it is, yeah. English, Chinese, Japanese, German, French, Italian, whatever, yeah. If that parent has got a child, right? Let's say, it said, like, I had a child at 5 years old. Would it not be advisable and more safety precaution to give your child, that protection, that mask, those gloves, which I'm wearing myself? Because if my child caught it, whose fault is it going to be? It's going to be the parents' fault, isn't it, for not actually giving their own children that stuff to wear, to protect them. And I've seen a lot of adults out there with kids, not, adults wearing protection, but the kids ain't. And that's, that really pissed me off today. I was actually going to have a word with them and say, hey, I know it's none of my business, stuff. This is what I was going to say to her, yeah. Hey, it's none of my business, but, you're wearing protection, because the pandemic, the virus going around, but what about your kid? Is your kid not, kind of in one way vulnerable to catching that virus? It's herself. That's what I was going to say, but I thought, nah, shut your mouth, Steve. Don't say nothing, because you might cause a ruckus on the bus and you'll probably get kicked off the bus, and the bus driver will say, oh, this guy's caused problems, and I wouldn't have got home. I would have had to walk, and it would have took me three quarters of an hour, 45 minutes to walk home from Streatham. But this was actually on the way to Streatham. I really felt like having a go at these people, but what's the point of actually saying anything to them? Because they're just going to not do nothing. They're just going to tell you shut the fuck up, and you probably might end up having to punch up with someone or something, or someone else might kind of butt in and cause it even more of a disturbance. I just don't understand why parents don't look after their kids as well as they look at them themselves. It's said, like, if I'm going to go out and I'm wearing a mask and gloves, and I've got a kid with me, I'm going to make sure my kid's protected as well. Not just me, but I say at least 10% of the people I've seen with kids, kids have been wearing masks. Some of the Asian kids have been wearing their veil, their cloth, which they have over their face, and they have to wear them anyway because of the religion. And I have seen younger kids up to the early teenage wearing those bandettas, or if they have got masks, they might have a mask, or I've seen a few people wearing their own homemade masks, which is good, because I suppose making your own homemade mask is helping you not going out and buying it and letting the NHS get more stock, I suppose. But it just pissed me off, seeing some of the things what's happening out there. But what do you do? What can you say? Can't say fuck all, really, can you? You're too scared to open your mouth. I'd love to have said, hey, excuse me, but I can see you're protected, but what about your kid? Is she not vulnerable? But if I said that, could have been an hour. I could have been kicked off the bus, and I may not been able to go and get my shopping. The radio, the bus could have gone through the radio and say, oh, this guy, blah, 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 he's been causing aggravation on the bus, stop him from going on in case he like starts more aggravation with someone else, and I would have probably been banned from the bus services or something, you know. Can't ride my bike because my bike's knackered. One, the pedals keep falling off. You know, the actual, not the pedal itself, but the whole bracing, the old bracket keeps falling off. And I've got 2 flat tyres and I can't find my pump. So I can't really ride a bike at the moment. Oh, another thing, talking about bikes. Yeah, the government's saying, hey, you know, we're going to put 2 billion into, like, you know, building bike lanes, extending them, you know. So if you can go out and either ride to work or, you know, walk to work, you know, it'll lower the level of, like, your traffic on the road, for one, and 2, it's going to give you more exercise. And we're going to be working on giving people, like, a voucher to go and buy a bike. You know, you get like 5% off a new bike or something, or if your bike's broken, you know, you can use this voucher to get the bike fixed. Or if you've got a knackered bike, you know, and it's going to cost you, say, like £100 to fix it. You know, this voucher is only supposed to be like 5%, so it's only going to be £5. What's the point? And, you know, I've noticed a lot on TV, you know, these like sales pitches on TV, you know, like trying to sell motorised bikes for, you know, extortionist prices, like £899, the last one I saw. Fuck me, you go and buy one at the bike shop for half the price. A bike's a bike. It doesn't matter what kind of brand, model, or make it is. As long as you can pedal it and get on the fucking hill, you know, you ain't got to pay 800, 900,000 pounds for a bloody electric bike. You can get them off eBay, for fuck's sake, for about £300. Or, you know, get yourself an electric scooter. Fucking joke, man. Let's see who's on here anyway. Oh, my eyes have gone blurry now. Right, hello, Ian, Panther, Angela, Sacramento, Jamie Roy, hello, Jane X, hello, not seen you before, welcome. Bojo, Boris Johnson, he's always fucked up. I'll tell you one thing, yeah. Right, I said to myself, right, honestly, I said this to myself, right. You know, Boris Johnson has been in hospital. He was in intensive care for 3 days. He kind of like went into like his own hibernation for like a week. And I said to myself, you watch. Since he's come out of his own, like, you know, kind of like lockdown for a week, he's going to be on TV as much as possible, and, you know, doing all these news conferences. He is, you know, I know he's the president, but fuck me, man. You know, I would have took it a bit more easier than actually going straight to TV after coming out from your own fucking like 7-day, you know, kind of like hibernation kind of thing. You know, he's straight in, you know, doing everything, you know, and this is what I don't understand, right? The government's saying, right, social distancing. Every time you see an updated news, like interview or something like that, well, mostly it's now, you know, like it's been, well, the ones I'm seeing is like, you know, televised, you know, like where like Good Morning Britain, or what was the other one? There's another one, like there's a couple of TV programs that come on in the morning, and they actually interview people through, you know, like, you know, webcam, social media and stuff like that, right? But when they actually show you news clips of, like, you know, the government, you know, doing political stuff, you know, going into like Parliament, fuck me, man. Look at Parliament, for instance, yeah? When you go in the House of Lords, they're not wearing PPE, are they? You know, fuck me, like, you know, it showed you a clip with like about 10 people surrounding fucking Boris Johnson, for fuck's sake, you know. And I don't know if that was either before or after he actually caught the virus. But, you know, you still see, you know, images, video of people in the House of Lords, and they're not taking the social distancing. You can see them sit next to each other, and a good majority, like 95% of them, are not wearing masks. So they're not even fucking taking the social distancing really either. They're not really kind of like following the rules like we've got to do. No, I work in the government. I can do what I want. You've been told you can't do what you want, so fuck you. You're the one who's going to get a fine if you get caught out and, the police want to find you. We're not going to get a fine. No, but you'll be fucking pulled down and ripped apart if the news media finds out that you're not following the social distancing rules like a few people have. And, say it's about 3 or 4 people in Parliament who's been on TV telling us to do the social distancing, follow the rules, and they didn't do it themselves and they got caught out. And they had to resign their resignation because they got caught out. Fucking ridiculous, man. No, I know even my niece, right? She doesn't like people going out. Yeah, she's got 4 or 5 kids now, and I can understand she's got to be locked indoors most of the time. She's got to look after her kids. She can't go out. And if she does go out, she only goes out and do a little bit of shopping, but she tries to protect herself and the kids if the kids have to go with her. And she don't really like to be out and, being in that social kind of environment while this is going on, yeah. And she has had a little dig at me because I do go out, but fuck, am I going to keep staying in? No way. Even when they said an hour exercise. Well, let's say an hour exercise each day, and I'm stuck indoors, 7 days a week. If I've got an hour a day and I don't go out for 6 days because I've saved that hour, I could just turn around and say, well, I ain't been out all week, so I've saved up those hours to make up for what I've missed out. Am I going to get arrested because I'm out for more than an hour? Even though, I can show them that I've been indoors. I can say, well, I've got CCTV, come and see what I've been doing, I've saved all my 1 hours up and spent it out, for the day kind of thing, But now, we have got unlimited time, which is good. So, the government is actually lowering some of the restrictions, but there's still a lot of restrictions still going on. You still can't socialize with someone in your own family, at least more than one person. It's 1-on-1 and that's it. You can't go and meet your mum and dad. You got a choice. You either go and meet your mum or meet your dad. What about your kids? If your kids are old enough and they've moved on, let's say your son and hang on a minute, and daughter-in-law, and you get on well with them both. Who do you go and see first, your son or your daughter-in-law? If they live under the same address. What about your mum and dad? If they still live under the same address? Who's got the right to tell you that you can only go and visit one family member? It's a fucking joke, man, I tell you. I bet Boris and all the other MPs go and see their fucking family and their loved ones and don't do the social distancing. If I want it, sadly to say, I've lost both my dads. My original biological dad, he died in 2011, as we all know, with dementia and Alzheimer's disease. Before that, I lost my stepdad, Ron, because my biological mum and dad, separated, got divorced. They both got remarried, but my mum Barbara, she's still alive, but her new husband Ron died, and he was a funny bugger. He was, he made anyone laugh. He was like the clown of the family in one way, I suppose. But my biological father was also quite a funny guy, a loving guy, a friendly, very friendly person. Never really argued with anyone. he died after Ronald, I think it was. Yeah, I'm sure he died after Ronald. I don't know how Ronald died, actually. I think it was like cancer. I think. I'm not sure, to be honest with you. But yeah, Ronald died. So that's my stepdad. Then my biological dad died. My mum's still alive. She's 77 years old now, right? And my stepmum, Joan, she's still alive. And she, like, my sister Denise goes and visits her quite a lot anyway, because she lives closer to than what I am. All my family, my 3 sisters live in Kent while I'm up here in Surrey. So it's very different with going and visit my family. And I was planning to do that this year, but because of the lockdown, oh, well, you can't really go and visit your family, can you? Because like, if you go and visit your sister, you've got your sister and you've got your, what they call cousins, aren't they, really? So, my sister's 2 kids, so I wouldn't be able to go and visit them. And say, like, kind of like lower the restrictions down again with the social distancing. So, if I went down now, I'd only be able to see my sister. And, I wouldn't be able to see my 2 nephews. Yeah, that's it, nephews. Is it nephews? No, yeah, nephews. No, I've got cousins still alive. Fuck knows where they are. Apparently, my daughter found out through the Morgan's, what is it called? The generation tree, whatever it's called, the thing that you go back in time and find out the ancestry. Apparently, I've got a second cousin living in Canada. I said, I don't know anyone who lives in Canada. You got someone living in Canada. So, I didn't think about asking my daughter who it was and, try to get the address, because I wouldn't mind contacting them and maybe later go and pay them a visit and go to Canada for a week or 2 if I could ever afford it, which I don't think I would, but it'd be nice to find out who that person is who lives in Canada. I know my Aunt Audrey lives in Spain. I don't know what's wrong with my Auntie Audrey. She's not spoken to me for fucking years. She knows I'm on Facebook and I say hello to her, but she never answers my messages. Weird. But she talked to all my sisters. Really weird. Anyway, let's see who else still on here. When they deliver, I don't think Lidl's do deliveries, do they? Lidl's don't do deliveries, not that I know of. Like you've got Sainsbury's, Tesco's, and some of the other big, supermarkets that do deliveries, but I never knew or heard that Lidl's do deliveries. And Londi's. Yeah, the sanitizer machine wasn't fucking working at Lidl's today. No, what's the point of getting a piece of like hand towel when you can't even, sanitize your hands? I was going to go up to a member of staff and say, "Oh, your sanitizer ain't working. I'm going to report you because you're not doing your safety," But again, I don't want to cause a ruckus, an argument or anything like that. No, one of these days I'm going to fucking let rip. I'll tell you, man. I'll probably be banned from fucking Lidl's. I'll be banned from the buses. I'll be banned from this and banned for that. I'm going to fucking record it, I'll tell you, man. I'll have one of my little cameras with me and fucking, like, I've got like one of those little cameras somewhere, which I had. It's like one of the very first little kind of like mini cameras, which is about that tall, little black one. I don't know how long the batteries last for, but I found it the other day. No, I can't remember. I don't want to have the bloody thing again. But one of these days, I'm going to go out there and wear it, and I'm going to video everything. If I decide to have a go at someone, it's going to be all recorded. And if I get banned from somewhere, it'll be recorded. Then I can go to the newspaper and say, "Hey, I got kicked out because put up a bit of a defence because I was having a go, because they weren't doing their social distancing, or the shops wasn't doing their safety measures or something like that, kind of thing. That'd be fun, wouldn't it, eh? Right, who else is on here? Panther, I said. I found out something in here. Apparently, right, yeah. I think I've deleted it actually. So I get a lot of stuff on my phone, yeah, from the Sun, the Guardian, even from Financial Times. And why am I getting all this? I don't know, but it's interesting because people with depression, being me, and I think Angela and Rose and many other people with depression or suffer with depression, apparently we might not get the virus because we are not so much immune, but the antidepressant tablets that we take helps to combat the virus. What are they fucking sending me a message for? I mean, my landlord sent a message. Oh, it's an update on what we're keeping you safe. Tomorrow forecast weather. Oh, it's going to be sunny tomorrow. Yeah, better be. Plan to go out tomorrow. Speedy Nigel commented. Damn it. Oh, fuck. Damn it. Let me just reply to this message. Damn it. Be with you in a sec. Right. Let's close it off. Oh, if anyone wants to come on and have a chat, I'm on StreamYard, as you know. Invite. If anyone wants to come on here, let me know and I'll send it to you through Facebook. So you'll have to chat me on Facebook if you want to come on. Hello, Leslie. Yeah, I'm moan about the government again. Jamie boy. I'm trying to. There's a pub right next to the job centre. That's been closed for years, isn't it? I don't know what they're doing now. I don't know. It was constantly closed. Oh, I thought I was turning my phone off. Speedy Nigel. Oh, pardon me. Right, let's turn that off. You know, the thing, have you seen that R thing, the R chart that they put down? They had like the chart, and you had, you know, like the DEFCON thing, 5 to 1, you know. 5 is very, very, very high, you know, and like these rules and regulations got to be done. And 1 is supposed to be like, yeah, you know, coronavirus has now left the UK, but we're still monitoring it, you know, kind of thing. But they left 2, 3, and 4 out, and old Pierce on TV mentioned about that. And all of a sudden, today, number 2, 3, and 4 has actually got information on it now. So you people don't speak out, you know, to the government. You know, the government ain't going to do fuck all, are they? It's only because, like, you know, people want to know, well, what's happening between, you know, with number 2, 3, and 4. Because the government is so just like, you know, for the bullshit. They just, you know, make it so confusing for people, you know. Well, hang on a minute. Why can't I go and visit my family, but I can go and visit people who I know, like friends, you know, in the park? You know, why can't I do this while I can do that? You know, sport-wise, if you're allowed to go out and do, you know, your gym outside, and you've got like 10 members around you on, like, you know, the gym, gymnasium, like equipment, then how much less of a risk is that by doing it outside than doing it inside? You know, because, you know, inside the gyms are pretty big, and, you know, they're like gymnastic stuff. You know, they're tools and that is, you know, quite a distance from each. You know, kind of like, you know, if you've got like the hanging ropes there, and you've got like, you know, bikes there, and you've got your push-ups there, you know, they're all distance anyway. Is it because, like, you know, it's like inside? Well, you know, you've got a lot of that stuff outside. And, you know, if you've got 10 people, you know, training right next to each other, you know, being outside, if someone's got the virus and they're coughing, now the wind is going to pass it to whoever is next to them in it. So, you know, that's what people are confused about. Well, why can't I go into a gymnastic inside and, you know, take that risk of catching it inside, when I know that if I'm outside, there's still a possibility I can get it outside? You know, and Piers was bringing this up on TV, and I can understand why he gets, you know, so irritated and frustrated and pissed off with the government, you know, and a lot of people feel the same way, I suppose. Sorry to hear that if your dad died of COVID. Sincere condolences. No, I'm not being funny, right? Janie was still there, yeah. I know it's a very dangerous virus, yeah, but look at all the different viruses that we've had, you know, in the many years. You know, we've had Black Death, we've had TB, we had coronavirus before, I think like 2013, 1998, I think it was, or 96, something like that. But we've had it before. We've had we've had really bad like flus and viruses and colds throughout the UK, and people would die through flus and viruses, from the past. Every kind of new flu or virus is going to kill people. And everyone's blaming China because China covered it up. They didn't give the the true story, and China's getting what it's getting right now. All the retaliation, and I kind of agree. If China brought it out a lot earlier, then this could have been hopefully kind of like contained a lot more quicker, instead of having was it now? Even the newspapers are conflicting with death toll. One saying 31,000, another one saying 34,000, another one saying 35,500, right? And another newspaper saying, oh, we're nearly hitting the 40,000, but they actually state it's 35,600 or whatever, yeah? So, the tallies of the deaths are all fucking completely wrong. And I seriously and truly, and I'm sorry to say, do not believe that we have lost that many people over the coronavirus. And not just me, but a lot of people are saying this. Even one of the people on the news broadcast said, how do we know that the numbers that they're getting, right, are not being, what's the word I'm trying to say, haven't collided with the total numbers of people who've died with natural causes like, heart disease, heart attacks, cancers, accidents, suicide, murders. Some of those could actually have been kind of accidentally added on top of the coronavirus death toll. No one knows the real number. They're even saying they still don't have the right number, and it could be over fucking 50,000 people that's died at the moment, or 60,000 people died at the moment. But it's hearsay information. They're saying they're working on the data, but the data is always fucking wrong. Even the scientists that are working on this, half the things that you've been hearing about scientists are either, oh yeah, the scientists say this, the scientists say that. Oh, the scientists now said, well, we did say that, but now they kind of backtracked and said, well, no, we can't do that because it's not going to work. And now they're saying people with depression and on certain antidepressant tablets ain't going to get it. We're going to be non-vulnerable. We're going to be kind of not so much immune to it, but the antidepressants that we take will help to fight the virus and kill the virus inside our system. Do you believe that? No, I need to take one now. Actually, I had to go to the doctor's, right? Because I keep getting a heavy chest pain, right? And I told the doctor, and I said, look, and it was one of these fucking telephone conversations because you can't get an appointment with the doctors with the COVID going around. And I told him, I'm getting heavy chest pains. It's making me gasp breath sometimes. I'm getting headaches and stuff like that. And we had a little chat about it, and he gave me this fucking medication which is called Propranolol or something. It's PROPRANOLOL, and it's 40 milligrams, right? Tablets. And that's it there. Now, if you look at that, to my antidepressant tablet, yeah. It's near enough the same colour. I've actually had antidepressants that same colour anyway, yeah. But this is supposed to be the antidepressant tablets I take is Mirtazapine. Now, there was an article, as I say, on the papers where the government, the scientists said certain antidepressant tablets with certain ingredients will help to battle and fight the virus inside you. So you will be kind of partly immune to it. If you do get it, your antidepressants will probably fight off and kill it inside your system, all that kind of shit, yeah. So they are now trying to like lighten up a little bit, saying, "Oh yeah, everyone with depression is going to be okay." I've not even heard of anyone who's died from coronavirus who has got depression, but I have said in the past that people with depression and anxiety and other like medical issues can be, like vulnerable. They can get it and they could die over it. But now they're saying people with depression are okay. Well, I'm just going to take this one because I've got a bit of a pressure on my chest right now. And before I go to bed, I've got to take my antidepressant. So, what do you do? What do you believe? It's my choice. Look. I don't live with anyone. Yeah, all I live with is my fucking cat. They even said that in the past that cats and dogs can actually contract the disease and die as well. Yeah, well, there's only like 4 stories that I've heard where they found COVID-19 in an animal. Yeah, right, and it was a different strain of COVID apparently. But the COVID, this COVID's come from an animal anyway, a bat apparently, if it isn't man-made. And where did the bat come from? Laboratories in China. But China don't want to admit to it, do they? Whether it's man-made or fucking from a bat or some other fucking creature. China's getting what for right at the moment, yeah? And they're getting really pissy over it. If they came out, honest up front and, admitted to the world, as soon as they knew that the virus was out, they wouldn't be getting all the shit right now, would they, to be honest with you? And, did they deserve it? Well, to me, I'm not being racist, but yeah, they do fucking deserve it because they hid a lot of information, they destroyed a lot of information, and they're blaming other countries that we've gave it to them, and that we're the ones that, should be blamed for it. Like the Americans, apparently the American army took it over. Then the next minute, it's Italy or something, different country. Then they're trying to pass it back on Australia. It wouldn't be surprised if they're trying to pass it on to us next, for fuck's sake, man. So, yeah, China does deserve what they're getting at the moment. And I have noticed a lot of people buying stuff on eBay from China is not getting it. I ordered something on eBay from China around about February, right? And it's supposed to be in March. Never got it. It said on the tracking, return to sender. Reason being, because all the imports got stopped, didn't it? They weren't importing nothing from China because I was too concerned that, anything coming from China could be infected with the coronavirus. So I never did get my item, but I did get a refund, luckily. And I know, I know a lot of people who's ordered stuff on eBay, stuff from China is not getting it. If they're ordering it from like Hong Kong or Malaysia, yeah, they're getting it. Everything from China, though, they're not getting because it's been stopped. Don't talk about fucking phones. My phone's always on charge. The battery keeps dying rather quickly. Hope you're all being safe during this political broadcast. Yep, of course I've been safe. That's why they're here on my channel watching and in taking part in communicating with each other because we're all on lockdown. We can't go and do things that we used to be able to do. Leslie, as I said, yeah, I'm sorry. You can't get out. I'm sorry that anyone who can't get out. I do feel pity for you. Seriously. My regrets that you can't get out. But, I'm not going to be stuck in my fucking house 24/7, 7 days a week. If I want to go out, I'm going to go out. The only one that's going to stop me from going out is having a fucking armed guard standing at my door 24/7. Like if I get out and I get stopped and I get arrested and I have to pay a fine, well, the first fine will make me think again and probably think, well, I can't keep paying fines. Yeah, I'm going to have to stay indoors and lump in like it. So yeah, I'm taking the risk in two ways. One, going out and not getting caught and not having to pay a fine. Two, I'm taking the risk in hoping I don't catch the virus and bring it home and stuff up with COVID and possibly live or die from it. And three, I don't think there's a three. Oh, three, I don't have no one to pass it on anyway. I live on my own. So I'm not at no risk. I'm more at risk to myself than giving it to someone else. If I knew I had it, if I had the symptoms and I was able to get a test, then I'd stay in. But now where's all these tests the government's supposed to be giving? I've not had no letter, no phone call, no correspondence on where I can get a test from. But yeah, the NHS, good for them. They're getting tests done. Prison guards, they're getting tests done. A lot of companies are getting their own tests done, yeah. Fire, police and ambulance are supposed to get their own tests done as well, yeah. So they're all meant to be getting PPE, which I do not believe because the government has not released the amount of PPE that they promised. And that was on Pierce's programme again over the last couple of days, actually, yeah. The government's lying through the teeth, saying that they've had so many people that's been tested. Nearly 1 million people. Bullshit. Fuck me, they didn't have more than 2,000 done last week. So, up to 1 million, where do they get all these other people tested within about a week? Bullshit. The government is bullshitting us, as they always do. So, if I go out, I'll go out. It's my own risk if I get it or not. If I get it and I know I've got it, I won't go out. But I know that I'm not going to get it. I just don't know why. As you know, when I get that gut feeling. Sometimes gut feeling can be wrong, but I've been okay since it's been on. What is it now? 7 weeks lockdown? I've been at practically at least one day every week. And I've not caught it. Is it because of the science is now saying what they say? Antidepressant tablets are keeping you safe? Could be. Scientists might have got something right for once. Don't know. The only thing as I say, I've got is that heaviness on my chest. I've not, I do cough a little bit, but it's not a random, constant cough like they said it is. Like the day I coughed a couple of times on the bus. I didn't have my mask. I covered my face. Coughed, or I turned away. There weren't in. And if I get it, I'll get it. If I don't, I don't. If I get it and I fucking die, then it's my own stupid fault for being out in it. If I do get it, as I say, I'll make sure that I don't go out and pass it on to anyone. I will quarantine myself. The thing is, right, they say, right, well, it takes several days for it to kick in to effect, right? So if I caught it today, right, and I didn't have the effects, that effects wouldn't take 3 or 4 days, right? So say 4 days for argument's sake, then it started like getting onto me. If I knew that I was getting the constant cough, the fever, and all the other symptoms that apparently they say which is caused by the coronavirus, I'll isolate myself. I'll ring up 111, tell them. If they think it's more serious than I think it is, then they probably send the ambulance around, wouldn't they? Really? But I would try to do it my own way. And if I fucking die in my own house, then I die in my own house. No one can do about it, in it really. People are going crazy around here, banging their heads on street signs, talking about imagining people and fighting. I told you on fucking Facebook, Angela, you live in a crazy neighbourhood. What was that guy doing that video across the road when you were filming it? Looked like a right fucking jerk off. And on the other video where there's some kind of like thing going on at the 7-Eleven, it's all, you know, all this craziness is all around your area, man. No wonder you're fucking crazy some of the times. It's spreading. That's like a virus, the crazy virus, isn't it, really? Yeah, she's always like, she puked up real bad yesterday, man. I'll tell you, it looked like a fucking crap. No, she was trying to puke up in here, right? And I shooed her out. I said, don't you do it in here. She ran out. She puked up a small amount, about that much, right? So I cleared that up, threw that in the toilet and flushed it down. And as soon as I came out, right in the door, lucky I looked down because I would have stepped in it. I would have done. Lucky I looked down. She had puked up like a food and mothball, hairball that long, not to clean that up. I said to my sisters yesterday, because like my daughter had a live video conferencing, which was pretty good. You know, the first video conferencing we'd done for the family. Yeah, there's me, Jessica, my sister Sandra, my niece Laura, my daughter who is in the Philippines, Sarah, came on, and one of my other nieces, Georgina. So it's all female and one male. It was a good laugh, you know. We was all talking, you know, about all different things. And then, like, you know, the fucking cat starts puking up everywhere. Mind you, my family's crazy. I think I'd have to send them over to Angela's. My screen keeps going like a bluey colour. I don't know why. I think my monitor might be on the way out. Don't worry, I've got a spare one. Elton Musk World Liberators. Who's that? Never heard of him. Just scrolling down. China, right, fired a missile, right? Seriously, China fired a missile over Australia because of the meat and the barley confrontation. It's on the papers, on social media. Watched it. I think it's like the Australian news on YouTube. Seriously, fucking, they got a feud about meat, beef, and barley, and apparently, right, although they didn't actually say that, you know, China fired the missile over Australia, it's in the actual title, China fires missile over Australia, something to do with beef and barley, trade dispute or whatever. And not only that, there's another video I watched earlier about China. They fired a missile, right? Can't remember when it was, but I think it's like, you know, one of the Pakistani news media that I watch sometimes. They come out with all these different stories about China and Australia and all, you know, America, especially mostly about America actually, and China. They very rarely like do videos on like us in Britain, but they have put some stuff on Britain. They've done like a lot of Australian stuff like that as well, and a few other countries, Pakistan, and they state that the Chinese had a missile failure, and it flew over 4 or 5 states in America, and just landed and like exploded somewhere. No, I don't think it was actually aimed to hit a certain, you know, town or city in America, but apparently a missile flew over America and it failed. I think they was just trying to send it up to space, and because they did say another rocket they sent up to space, you know, the spaceship that orbits the Earth, orbited it for 4 or 5 days and just kind of like had a malfunction and kind of like just went off course and crashed on back to Earth, or you know. So like, you know, China, yeah, another video. You're watching China with all the like, you know, their soldiers on the main street, you know, with all the fucking weapons, you know, the nukes, the rocket launchers, the other kind of rockets they use, tanks, fucking armored vehicles, you know, hundreds of thousands of soldiers. I thought, what are they doing that? Is that like a threat? Is that like one of those kind of things that a scare factor, saying that they got a very big army and that if we fuck them up anymore or accuse them anymore, they're going to like start a third world war? You know, how many countries are pissed with fucking China right now? I reckon if they tried to nuke one fucking country, right, which I don't think would ever happen, which I hope it will never happen, but let's say they tried nuking one country, the retaliation will go so badly wrong that China will be removed from the fucking planet. I tell you, man. The only Chinese people will be living, you know, the Chinese people in different countries. You know, China is being so kind of sarcastic and threatening at the moment, you know. They've got so many problems with so many different countries, man. They don't even think about fucking starting a third world war, I tell you, man. Because they were being nuked off this fucking planet, I tell you. You know, and I'm not being racist, I'm just saying, you know, what I've seen and heard. And China is being like fucking arseholes at the moment. Jane X, yeah, you know, we are kind of lucky, you know, we've got TV, you know, we've got the internet. But what if, you know, what if the fires got so fucking bad that it was killing hundreds and thousands and millions of people, yeah? There wouldn't be no people to fucking like keep the internet and the lighting system and water. It'd be like such a worldwide pandemic, man. I reckon it'd be like an apocalypse, I tell you, man. And like, you know, give it 2 or 3 years, we'll all be fucking out in the street trying to survive, you know, catching wild animals, you know, or whatever wildlife can find, you know, chopping them up and having them for breakfast. You know, the place I'll go to the fucking farm where I've got my base. At least I know there's at least 20 horses I can chop up. And there's like, you know, chickens and I think there's some like, what are they called? Those fucking birds. There's some other birds though. I can't think what they're called now. Yeah, tilt my tongue. I can't fucking say it. But pheasants. Apparently, there's a load of pheasants over there some of the times. So you know, I'll be okay. You know, I can stalk with a pony and like fucking survive on one pony for about 6 months. You know, because I'll be like going into like, you know, the primitive videos where you can actually store meat in the ground and like, you know, it actually keeps the meat fresh and cool while it's like in the ground for up to like 2 or 3 months or whatever. So I'll be living off a fucking pony for like 3 months. I'll be growing my own vegetables, going around every fucking house I can find which is like, you know, vacant, and like seeing if I can find any like tinned food and drinks and stuff like that. That's what I do if we're that, you know, kind of like apocalyptic kind of thing, which I can't see it'll ever happen. Not in our lifetimes anyway. I reckon like if anything happened to this world right now, yeah, apart from, you know, us getting pandemics, you know, different kind of viruses and stuff like that, the only way that this world is going to come to a near end is two ways: either a third world war or an invasion from another planet, or maybe, you know, a viral disease that does kill hundreds of millions of people, and only certain people, you know, who may be immune may survive. So that's the only three possible ways. And I can't, you know, if you think about it, 1900s, you know, the Black Death, and that killed thousands, hundreds of thousands of people, especially in the UK, you know, more in the London area. So, you know, you're talking about a pandemic like that, really. But luckily, they never turned into zombies. But zombies ain't like a full story. There was a story I read, and even a video, where they reckon that in Africa, zombies have actually existed. People have died and come back to life after about a week of being buried. But they was able to contain them. Like, you know, I don't know what happened to them. They probably destroyed them or reburied them. I don't know. But, you know, that's the three ways I can think of this world ever ending. And, you know, a full blown out, you know, World War III, or an invasion from another planet, or a viral kind of like epidemic which turns everyone into zombies, or not even zombies, you know, just like kills billions of people, and only some people who are immune to it survive, and they have to survive on their own back because they ain't gonna have, like, you know, no TV, electric or anything. It's like that movie I watched the other day, actually. I can't remember what it's called. The Long Road, I think it was, about a father and son who was at, you know, pandemic, you know, killed billions of people, and only certain people who was like immune to it survived, and they had to survive, you know, on a daily basis, like, you know, trying to find food and hunt, and, you know, even some of the people who were immune to it didn't have enough precisions, and they turned into like fucking cannibals, and killed, you know, humans to eat, you know, and survive. So that's the only, like, kind of like thing I could ever think of. It'd be like, what's it called? That movie, that apocalyptic one. With the, you know, what's it called? I can't remember what it's called. You know, where it's got the umbrella. Fucking, what do you call it? Resident Evil, something like that. Good night, Jane, you're still there. So they've lost two space rockets. Maybe that's one of them which flew over America. So it was on the paper in the China. No, it's on one of the Pakistani YouTube channels, where they stated that a rocket that China launched went over America, and it missed like 4 major cities before it crashed. And not, you know, I'm wondering if America's thinking that, you know, it was a provoke from China, because like China even meant to have sent over a missile to Australia as a warning shot because of the beef and grain situation. If I'm going to go, now I'm going to go to my bed with a box of cigarettes. Really? You fucking kill yourself with cancer. The cancer sticks. You know, I've got to go in a minute because it's like 10 past 11 and I didn't know I've been on here for a little while. Over an hour I've been on here. Fucking hell. I've got to get up. Well, I'm getting up at 6, so I'm definitely going to my bushcrafting, to my little camp, and do some more stuff there. Hello, Legacy TV. You know, I'm going to go and to my little bushcraft camp now. We've got unlimited exercise time, so I can exercise my rights to go out and try and do some more work on my shelter. So, you know, if anything does happen to this planet, you know, and like, you know, we all start dropping down, like, you know, dead flies or something, yeah, and we've got no gas, electricity, water, you know, you've got to survive in the wilderness. At least I've got somewhere to go, my little safe haven. As I say, like, you know, if the ponies are still alive and, you know, kicking, I can always, like, slaughter one of those, I suppose, and survive on the 20 ponies over there. And, you know, there are other pony farms further on, so you know I'm okay with meat. Get a bit fed up eating pony meat. I've never eaten pony. 20 years ago when I went in the Philippines, I did eat dog, which I did not know until, you know, I tasted it and I was half drunk and I asked what I was eating, and my brother-in-law said, who is Filipino, his name's Junior. I said, what are we eating? He goes, well, and Junior goes, well, no, that dog you was playing with earlier. I said, yeah. She goes, well, that's what you're eating now. And I just got up and went to the bathroom and puked up. So, you know, I didn't know it was dog. Hang on. Another news flash. Coronavirus deaths in the UK raised by 494, taking the total on the UK to 33,186. Now, earlier, one newspaper said it was 35,000. So, you know, even newspapers fucking bullshits. Minister suspends recovery benefit overpayments and loans. Self-employed can apply for a 7,500 grant from today, and payments will start next week. So if you want to get a grant and you're self-employed, you can apply for a £7,500 grant. Government issues new supermarket rules you need to know. Well, supermarket rules never get sorted out. You know, I can go to my supermarket, social distances and nothing. You know, protection, nothing. Security-wise, nothing. Hancock can't buy himself a break while Sonic harvests the magic money tree. Don't know what that's about. Some of this I don't even bother reading. Brand new milk detector. State pension claimants for over 80s can get a boast of £80. Train union threatens strike action if staff and drivers are not protected. There we go. Trains. Possibility of a strike if they do not get their PPE. Coronavirus in Scotland. Scottish death rate continues to fall. Related. Almost 3,300 dead of confirmed or suspicious coronavirus across Scotland. This is the one. 3-day-old baby dies after mum tests positive for coronavirus. Over at Swansea. So a woman who was pregnant, who had her baby, was actually infected with the coronavirus. She had a baby, and 3 days later, the baby died. 2 more deaths in Gwent. Coronavirus GDP declines hit UK restaurants hard. Subway reopens over 600 branches for takeaway and deliveries across UK. Beware the DHL driver message email. I'm always getting fucking scam emails from DHL. McConnell tells Obama to keep his mouth shut after Trump criticism. My phone, this fucking phone, like, as soon as I start reading some of this stuff, it just shuts the screen down. Ransomware. There's new ransomware out that can affect your computer. BuzzFeed to close UK news operation. That's an interesting one. The best way to eat dandelion flowers, bushcraft cooking. There's a load of dandelions where I am. I'll have to check that video out later. Official readiness of the First Minister could be sold off by Crisis Hit National Trust. Coronavirus, how many people died in UK? Well, we don't know. Because the data is all wrong, false, and lies and bullshit. Location data from NHS contract tracing app could help avoid second lockdown. Yeah, but the thing is, with that app, it's like a spyware, and they can follow you around and see what you're doing, and it can take personal data from your phones. That's why I don't download that shit. 1 year mortality association with the COVID-19 pandemic, according to whatever. Boris Johnson just made this the most embarrassing Prime Minister question I've ever, whatever. I'll keep shutting down. I can't click on their link. I've got to like copy their screen, because at one time it used to, you used to have to like click on their link and it used to take you to the channel, but for some reason now you don't. Oh, actually, I must have his channel, because I've got a moderator, haven't I? Yeah, got him moderated. Yeah, I've already got you on subscribed and notification. Oh, I know who that is. I was on one of his channels before, one of his streams, and he was on one of my streams before. Oh. I don't trust anything what the fucking government says when they ask us to download applications. There was one where you download and there was warnings not to download it because it can carry some kind of a backdoor into your phone system and capture personal information. I know how you feel, mate. Fucking mental breakdown. I've had one of those before. A couple of those before, actually. I had a fucking mental breakdown last year thanks to one particular person who had to get the police involved and get him arrested. That then made me end up in hospital. You know what? Next month, I'm going to buy a new chair. With that crappy £80, right? With the crappy £80 the government's given us, right? I know it's only a little bit, but it helps, yeah. I've actually bought myself some new pillows, yeah. They'll be here this week, probably Friday or Saturday. No, between Friday and Saturday, I think. But I was on Amazon. I always wanted to get myself a child cam, like Rose has got. She beat me to it actually, but I wanted to get a child cam while I was doing my bushcrafting, and I actually bought one off eBay for it was £22, but I've got that nectar thing, and I had 2,000 nectar points, so I cashed them in. No, I only had to pay £10 on the child cam. That's going to be here sometime Friday, I think, or Saturday. So when that gets here, I'll be taking that up with me, and I'm going to set it up before I finish and leave the camp, and turn it all on and everything. Yeah, I might do a little test run during the daytime, see if I'm getting it all right or if I'm getting it wrong or whatever. But as soon as I know what I'm doing with it, yeah, I'm going to leave it up there and have it turned on and record and see what it actually does record, with the motion camera. And when I go up there the next time, I'll take the batteries out and put new batteries in. I've ordered a new 32 gig memory card for it. Although I have got a 32 gig memory card spare here, but what I'm going to do is that the 32 gig memory card was £5, yeah. The trial cam was £20, but I only paid £10 because I use my Nectar card points, right? So that the camera and the memory card should come the same day. If the memory card doesn't come the same day as the camera, then I'll use my spare 32 gig one I've got here, put that in, take it up with me, set it up, and when I leave, I'll turn it on. I've got to find somewhere, kind of hidden, secure, so someone won't find it. I'll probably let my landowner know where it is, so he can keep an eye out and make sure it's still there when I'm not up there. And once I've left it up there, when I go back up there the next time, I'll change the batteries over, because it takes your normal AA batteries. I think it takes 4. So I'll change them over, refresh those, and put a new memory card in, and then bring the memory card home, which was originally in there. And if there's anything good on there, I'll upload it. Yurik might find some interesting things in there, maybe. Probably get to see some of the ponies in there, because the ponies still do roam around where my shelter is, which I'm building. So what I've done, the landowner said to me the other day, goes, if you need any green string or rope, I've got some, and you can tie it off. I said, no, I've all right. He said, all right, I've got some. So I'd done that the other day. I actually tied off a section to stop the ponies going around. There's just a little entrance where the firewood is, yeah. And lucky I did, because when I went up there the other day, no more than probably about, I'll say 15 yards away, was a great big pile of horse fucking manure. So, if I hadn't put that rope around it, that horse would have probably came right outside my shelter and shitted right outside it. So, I left the manure where it was. I wasn't going to keep fucking digging it up and, maybe later I might use it and, make like a little manure kind of pile, for fertilizer and use it, when I start planting some seedlings, maybe. All right, catch you later, PP. Pamper. Catch you later. But once I get the trial cam up and running, when I bring the video back, I'll probably upload it on this channel and on my other channel. I don't know if I'm going to upload it on my Bushcraft channel or my Outdoors Adventure channel. Might upload it on all three, I don't know yet. If I do it on three, I might get more views on them. But so there it goes. Oh no, it's raining outside. I just saw a little spit of rain. Can I see the weather forecast for tonight? I don't mind if it is going to rain tonight, because I bought extra plastic sheeting on the roof the other day. Well, 2 sessions ago. What was it? Episode 20, I think it was. I put like the plastic sheeting on top. Although you didn't get to see it, I did. But there's a couple of holes in it, so I still won't be surprised if water leaks through the roof. Set some mouse traps up on Monday. So when I was over there on episode 20, I think it was, I went to get my coffee, which was in one of my bags, which was in my bed bench. And as I pulled it out, 2 packets out of the 4 had been chewed open by little rodent. So lucky I had some more coffee in my bag anyway, because the other 2 coffee pouches felt kind of like wet and sticky. Could have been like mouse wheel something, I don't know. But I didn't use those. I threw all 4 away and used the ones which I had in my bag with fresh coffee. I thought, right, if I'm going to get mice up here, which, it's fucking filled in it, you're going to get filled mice. I don't want them being in there, chewing everything up. So, although I'm pretty, not mean to animals or, insects and creatures, but I don't want mice being in my fucking shelter and chewing everything up. So I had to get a packet of mice traps about a week ago. And I tried setting one up and the fucking thing actually let loose of my finger and snapped my finger. Fucking hell, I tell you, man, it really did hurt. But I set them all 3 up. I put 1 inside the bed bench, 1 that side, 2 on the other wall, 1 near to the door, 1 just outside the bed bench, and 1 inside the bed bench. And all 3 of them had a bit of cheese on it. So when I go there tomorrow, I'm going to be interested to find out if any of them have set off. And if they have, I'll let you know, but I won't show you them if I can help it. So otherwise I might get complaints for cruelty to animals. So if anything has gone off, I'll just say, yeah, one of the mouse traps has gone off. And then I will give it a nice little burial. Or just right in the bush. I'm just saying it's done rain. I bought some milk today, right? And I don't know if it happened as I bought it out of my backpack, but I put the milk in my fridge, right? And about half an hour later, I went out to make a cup of coffee. Now I bought the milk from Poundland, I could have got it cheaper Lidl's, but I bought it Poundland so I'd get it and not forget about it. So anyway, I put the milk in the fridge, where you got like the shelving just inside, and as I went to get it, the shelving was filled with milk. So I pulled out the milk bottle, and somehow underneath it had like a split in it. So I lost 3/4, well, not 3/4, but a quarter of a bottle of milk. It's one of those like 2 litre bottles. So I lost like, quarter of a litre of milk. And I bought this like little container thing, yeah. It's like a water container thing. And put your water in. And it's got like a little push button because it's got like a little tap. I put it in there at first. And it wouldn't fit in the fridge. I thought, fuck, I just poured this into here and I can't put it in the fridge. And I needed it in the fridge to keep it fresh. So luckily, I looked back in the fridge and there was an old milk bottle which I'd washed out and put water in. And, I've been like keeping like cold water in the fridge. So I had to empty that and then empty the container, which held a 2 litre bottle of milk. I had to like re-empty that and put it in the milk bottle. So that was a bit of fucking fun. Milk splurting out everywhere. Had to clean that mess up. Right, weather. Right, weather. Well, it says clear skies here in Mitcham. It might be different up where you are. But, in the weather it said it's going to be sunny most of the day tomorrow. But now it's saying sunny from 6 o'clock till 11 o'clock. Then sunny intervals from 12 till 8. And then Friday, sun intervals from 6 till 7. Then from 8 till 11 is sunny. Then from 12 all the way through the rest of the day, there's going to be sunny intervals. Apparently, we're going to get sunny intervals, right, all out until next Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, it's going to be very sunny for those 3 days. Then Saturday the 23rd is going to be sunny intervals. Sunday the 24th is partially sunny with partial rain. And then Monday the 25th and 26th is going to be sunny intervals. And I think it's all mostly going to be like a gentle breeze or moderate breeze. But tomorrow is going to be a gentle breeze with sunny intervals and possibly, some proper really good sunshine. But that is in Mitcham. Was it like where? Well, it might be there. There we go, there. Yeah, it's going to be like that tomorrow. Where my short is going to be sunny all around till 11 o'clock. And then from 12 all the way through the rest of the day, sunny intervals. Mind you, it's supposed to be like sunny intervals today and moderate breeze, but it's bloody chilly today, I'll tell you that for one thing. I was freaking me nuts off waiting for the bus. I went to the post office. Okay, had to wait for the 118. And while I was waiting for the 118 from near the post office, I had to wait like 10 minutes for the bus, and it was kind of really chilly. And I only had like this and my shirt on. And I was bloody freezing. And then after I'd done my shopping at Lidl's, the bus weren't due for like 12 minutes, so I jumped on a different bus down to Streatham train station, and both either the 118 or the 60, which went past Lidl's near to me, were around about the same time period. So I crossed the main busy intersector road, went across and waited for the 118, and it's still cold then. Got off at Lidl's, went into Lidl's. Luckily, there weren't no waiting queue there today. Went and got my shopping, and then coming out, I missed the. Just as I got to the bus fucking drove off. So I missed the bus because I was going to go and get myself some chicken and chips today for my dinner. But as I missed the bus, and the next one wasn't going to be for about another 15 minutes, I thought, fuck it. I won't bother, I'll just go home and make myself a sandwich, which I did do. So tomorrow, I'm not actually going to take any food with me tomorrow. So you'll probably hear me say, right, no food tomorrow. Or when I'm there, I'll say, no food today, just having coffee. Probably have like 3 coffee breaks. And when I come home, I'll probably I'll have to come past my way to go up towards near the post office, get off at the post office and just cross the road and get myself some chicken and chips for tomorrow's dinner. So I want to keep the pork shoulders, which I bought today, for, cooking later in the week. Now I've got tins of like frankfurters, kind of thing, sausages, but I want to keep those for another time. I might even buy myself a whole chicken one day and do an open roast spit, kind of like chicken like I've seen on a lot of other videos. But the only thing is, when you're cooking it on an open fire, you've got to keep that fire, kind of like constant all the time. And you need a kind of a bigger fire. And my one, I'd have to take the bricks out, I suppose, because I can't remember if I kind of like mud packed and cemented the bricks down or not. But if I was going to take a whole chicken down, I might even have to make a fire outside and do it. I fancy like doing a whole roast spit chicken one day. And, if I don't eat all of it, when I'm up there, I can bring it home and eat the rest at home. I was looking how much fish was today as well. Fucking fish is expensive. Right, I'm going to pack up and go. I'm getting tired and I want to get to bed, so I've got to get up in 6 hours, 6.5 hours. So bid you all good night, and I'll catch you all later in the week, probably, or the weekend, I don't know when. So catch you all later. Bye. Ciao, ciao.